Hi guys, and welcome to another season of Fantasy Premier League football. Before I get into showing you how to join Fantasy Football, the official Premier League game, and how to join in for the Championship leagues and the head-to-head, the Classic and the head-to-head leagues, I'm just going to start by saying I know it's been quite a while since I've uploaded. I've just been extremely busy. I've moved house. I've flown to Hong Kong twice to get the legal documents to get married. My family come out this week, and then we're going to get married next week. Then we're off to Bali. So it's just been a really busy the last month or two. It's been really busy organising all of that. So hopefully I'm going to get back into making some videos again soon. So this has uploaded again today. It's brand new. The new season is going to be coming. I know we're still all watching the World Cup. Tonight it's the quarterfinals. It's Uruguay, France, and then tomorrow I'll be out on the stag do with my friends watching England and Sweden. So I'm really looking forward to that. So as I've just said before, in this video I'm going to show you how to join in by creating your account and your fantasy team, and then how to join the league. So as you can see here on the right, it's really simple. You can actually use your Facebook, your Twitter, or your Google Plus to just create an account. So if we click sign up now, just the usual information, put your names. By the way, this is all free. It's just for fun and some bragging rights. We had a few hundred people in the classic form of this game last year, and we had over 100 in the head-to-head. Head-to-head, it's, you know, like real life football, right? One team against the other. Highest points gets 3, draw is a 1, 0 is a loss. And classic, it's just it counts up every week how many points your squad gets, and then see who the winner is as a points calculation, not on a league table format. So you can see on the right here, you just put in all your information, or as I said, you can use what you already have, and then it'll ask for your favorite things like who do you support. If you don't support anyone, just click general football fan, and it'll ask you for email preferences, like can they email you. You don't have to tick that. The only thing you have to tick, of course, is the terms and conditions, and once you've done all this, you'll go straight to your selection. So when you've completed your registration, you'll be greeted with a screen that looks something like this. As you may or may not already know, you get 100 million to spend, and you can only choose the maximum of 3 people per one team. And on the right hand side, you can see you can adjust your filters, all players, if you want to start at the back or to defend, midfield, forwards, or choose what club you want to start with. So if you think City is going to dominate again, choose a couple of players from Manchester City. If you think it's United's year or Liverpool's year or whatever, or you can go the opposite way, start with the cheap ones and then build up from that. So just for the sake of this, I'm just going to click auto pick, so it creates a full squad for me. So you can see it's created a squad using the 100 million pretty evenly. It's not the worst team you've ever seen, but you can obviously spend your time to create your own team. And once you've done that, you'll click enter squad, and it'll take you to your starting 11 and your squad. So as you cannot see, because I'm going to black it out, because I'm going to keep my team hidden for the start of this, you will come to your first team screen, and it'll look something like this. And then all you have to do is go at the top, you click on leagues, and then what you do is you click create and join a new league, and then join the league. So I'm going to put 2 codes on the screen. All you have to do is click join the league, and then join private league, and then you type the code into this space, which you can see on the screen. You'll do that, and then you'll click join league, and then you go back to this screen again, click on leagues, click on create or join a new league, join a league, join a private league, and then put the second code in, and you'll be in one of the classic leagues and one of the head-to-head leagues. I like doing both because they're both a different style. I actually won the head-to-head last year, so I didn't do too bad in that. I think I was 13th in the classic one as well, so I had a pretty good season last season. I think this is going to be my 8th season doing this. I just enjoy it. It makes watching football even more interesting because you're rooting for players. You know, I don't support a Premier League club, so it means a little bit less to me in that regard, but when I'm watching it and I've got fantasy on the line, then I actually really enjoy it. So like I said, it's free, it's just for fun and bragging rights, you know, sort of showing your knowledge of who you think are going to win games or which players are going to play a big part of the season. So please feel free to join in. We had a few hundred people doing it last year. It'd be great if you can come in, and it's free and it's just for fun. And I said I was also going to give a couple of tips, 3 top tips that I'm going to give you guys for my opinion. And the first one I'm going to say is pre-plan your transfers. Hedge your bets. Don't rival yourself. Don't have, for example, if it is Liverpool against United, don't have Man United defenders and Liverpool strikers, because if one is successful, they both can't be successful. So hedge your bets by choosing who you think are going to win and backing that team. Don't go against yourself. It's kind of pointless, because if one is right, the other must be wrong, and you're just going to halve your points. You're not going to be able to get full points across your entire team or entire squads. Don't minus yourself as well. Remember, you only get one free transfer every week. Don't think that just losing 4 points or 8 points by doing 2 extra transfers is going to be worth it, because you're going to need that new transfer to definitely score or definitely sort of get a hat trick to get those points back. So make sure that you only stick to your one transfer a week until you want to use one of your power cards, which is your wild card, where you can make as many transfers as you want. But you don't want to be doing that obviously in week 1 and 2. You want to be doing that, you know, a month or 2 months really into the season. So use your one pick wisely, and don't obviously use that one pick for the next game. When you make a transfer, you should start with a strong squad and make a transfer based on the next few games. So don't think, oh, this team has a really easy fixture, but then you find out they're playing Chelsea and Arsenal away the next 2 games after that, because you have to bring them back out again. So when you're making transfers, also look ahead for the next 2 to 4 games, not just the next one. The second tip I'm going to say is be careful with your captains. See which teams are struggling, and of course put that with a strong player in a strong team. But make sure your captain plays all of that game. So for example, Manchester City playing at home against Cardiff. Yeah, you've got Aguero, you've got Sterling, you've got De Bruyne, that would be excellent. But also think that A, this might be a game that City might rest some players. B, they might have Champions League coming up as well, where they're going to rest players. So really be careful with your picks. Make sure your player is irreplaceable. They're going to be playing 90 minutes and they're going to get on the score sheet. If you're going to back Aguero, and that's always going to be difficult with the way that he's got that rivalry with Jesus for the striker slot, but with a game like at home to Cardiff, they might rest a player and put some really young ones on. So be careful with your captain's picks. And the third one I'm going to say is don't go for names, go for points. There's no doubting the likes of Kante and Matic are top players, but they're not huge point scorers. Points come from goals, assists and clean sheets, and whilst they're pretty good at maybe keeping a clean sheet, they're not very good at assists and goals. And that is going to be a really, really big problem. So look at the points that Pascal Gross scored for Brighton. He plays in an attacking position, he plays often, and his plan is to get assists and goals, and he got some clean sheets, so he can hit that trifactor, whereas Kante and Matic really seldom get assists, and they basically never score goals. Matic might score a screamer. I can't really remember the last time Kante scored a goal. And also look at the set pieces, who's taking the penalties and who's taking the free kicks. Look at Crystal Palace's penalty taker, I'm going to butcher his name, Luka Milivojevic. He takes their penalties. I think he scored 7 goals last season, all from the penalty spot. So definitely look at that when you're going for points, not for names. So those are the tips, the 3 tips I'm going to give you guys for the Fantasy Premier League coming up this season. I've shown you how to join the leagues, how to create your own account and stuff. So hopefully you're going to join in. And again, hopefully I'm going to be making videos a little bit more consistently again in the very near future. So if you're liking it, guys, please leave a like, leave a comment with some ideas and suggestions you want to see on the channel, you want to see happening this Premier League season. Still thinking about the World Cup. I understand if this Premier League stuff is on the back of your mind at the minute, because the World Cup is really hotting up, especially with the whole It's Coming Home stuff coming around. So if you're loving the World Cup as well, please put some comments below what you're thinking. I've always thought that Uruguay and Croatia were my dark horses before. You know, you can't ignore that strike force from Uruguay, and Croatia's centre midfield partnership of Rakitic and Modric is just pure money. But there you go. There's the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and as always, have a good one.